if you become prime minister, how are you going to deal with the guy in the South there in the United States?
Thank you. I get that question all the time. I think it's something that's on a lot of people's minds. There's a lot of volatility, a lot of unpredictability, but I think that we've seen in the past when someone is a bully, when someone wants a lot of attention, and when someone is reckless and irresponsible, it doesn't help to cater to that. It doesn't help to allow that to continue or to humor it. I think you've got to stand up and say, hey, it's wrong. It's wrong to propagate beliefs that are divisive. It's wrong to allow a message of hate to embolden other people to go out and continue that hate. It's wrong to have messages of misogyny and xenophobia. These are just things that are wrong. We've got to stand up. And I think one of the things that's not really talked about enough is that in a lot of ways, the United States relies on Canada. We are one of the biggest trading partners, but there's a lot of benefits that Americans actually derive from trade with Canada. In fact, most recently, we've seen governors of states protest and be very disappointed in what's happening at the central level, at the federal level, because the decisions that Mr. Trump is making are actually hurting the businesses and the manufacturers in states across the United States. So I think there's a potential for us to work with governors, to work with the state level representatives better. There is an opportunity for us to stand up and say what is wrong and not back down from that. And there's an opportunity for us to really provide some leadership at the global stage. There's been a lot of folks that are concerned about what's going on and are uncertain about what to do. We can provide that certainty to say, hey, in Canada, you can be rest assured that we will call out what is wrong and we will stand up for justice and fairness, and we'll make sure people are put first. One of the clear examples we have right now is the recently negotiated NAFTA deal. The newly negotiated NAFTA deal was a deal that was actually worse for workers. And instead of calling it out and saying this is a bad deal, in fact it's worse than the previous deal, Mr. Trudeau wanted to go ahead with it. And Mr. Trump loved it. He thought it was a great deal. But it turns out once the House changed and there was a number of Democratic senators and Congress people that were elected, we found that they were working hard to improve some of the changes to make sure that we had a level playing field. If Canadian workers and manufacturers have a level playing field, we can compete with anyone in the world. And we need to have that level playing field, which means the same economic rights for workers, the same workers' rights, the same environmental protections. If we have those, we can compete with anyone in the world. So long answer short, we've got to stand up to a bully. I'm ready to do that.